GT Thomas here. Welcome back for this 5th edition of the 9 thought experiments that went into the making of my album, I Am a Highlighter Pen. This week's episode is about song number 5, Count Me In, and the lens that I was giving a whirl on track 5 really piggybacks off of last week's, like Oxygen. It goes a little something like this. What if me being me is the right amount of me? Not too much, not too little. So I just want to explain that sometimes if I'm invited to participate in something like a party or a project, I find myself realizing randomly partway through that I'm behaving with like one or another guard up of some kind, or like I'm trying to fill a role that I've just sort of assumed the host or leader wanted me in, even though they didn't really even specify this. And it isn't really my default mode to be that way. It's strange. When I notice, I try to switch over to being fully present as myself, but it's not always super graceful. And it's definitely easiest all the way around if I'm just me from the get-go. Sometimes I have wished that I had had a reminder that when we show up in the manner in which we think other people want us to, or we think other people are expecting us to, all this does is keep both parties from your best stuff, your actual stuff, the you of you, the most you. If I had that reminder, then maybe I'd remember how much better it is when I agree to be here to go ahead and dive in all the way as me. And that's why I wrote the song Count Me In. When I dove into writing and producing this album, the task I gave myself was to start and finish each song from scratch in 3 days for a whole month. About halfway through the month, there was this specific moment when I was kind of surprised to realize that I was showing up every single day as 100% me, no holds barred. And you might be wondering why that was surprising. It's because past attempts at coming at recording with a cohesive sound had often been muddied with all the influences I was trying to harness, while self-consciously seeking to remain quote-unquote true to myself at the same time. So I ultimately realized that the tight turnaround of just 3 days to pump out these new songs simply left no time for second-guessing things, and that really contributed to my ability to show up as me as can be, or to not show up at all. Like, how cool is that? It was like I'd given myself a signal, like, and go, and just had to do it all the way or not at all. I feel like I was really learning the lesson of your amount is right, not too much, not too little. I was so pumped by how good this felt, to just be myself every minute of every day of the project, that I decided I would actually write one of the songs about that very feeling, and that's this track. On the recording, you'll hear that many voices count on each other's steady presence, and in a semi-hocketed effect, they build a dependable structure that you can rest assuredly upon. That was my way of trying to capture the showing up for others concept I've been talking about. But I also wanted to emphasize in the lyrics, particularly in the middle of the song, that only you can decide how much of yourself you bring to the table. No matter the support, the invitations, the precision and structure of the network around you that you're welcome to be a part of, it's still up to you whether or not you bring the you of you. The most you. And whatever amount you are in that most you posture, that's just right. Not too much and not too little. I hope you will join me again next time when we talk about the thought experiment for track 6. See you then.